Hi everyone, fellow Sjogrens, Sojourners. Say it 50 times fast, somewhat accurately, and neuroplasticity will take care of the rest. I guarantee it. Well, but that's subjective, right? So I've got something here for you that is, I've done quite a bit of scratching the bottom of the Google floor here, and I'm not coming up with much it's absolutely appalling, because I'm going to say this may have been the single biggest factor in the impossibility of getting a diagnosis for this you-know-what thing we call Sjogren's. Tell me if this resonates with you. You've got a body temperature normal of maybe 96.8, 97, could be lower. And you go into your doctor, and I don't know, this has happened to me a million times. It's like it hits 98.6, like right on the nose, which is, just another red herring. But 98.6, I feel like hell on a snack cracker. I feel like I've been shredded for carpaccio. I just feel like I've been whipped with a pill sack full of oranges, and my doctor just kind of blinks at me and smiles benignly and wishes I weren't so sensitive, I think, and asks me if I've talked to my sponsor. I don't have a sponsor. So, to just put that in a nutshell, there's a few other things to discuss here. Do you have this happen? You're feeling like hell, and then God forbid, if you get up to 99 or something, and they don't. The medical profession does not call it a fever until it is. Do I have this right? 101. Don't take any of this stuff from me. I'm not an expert or anything. No, 100.4. That's fever. 38 centigrade if you're foreign. I'm just kidding, y'all. We were supposed to have that stuff nailed down like in 1970. I was forewarned in Anyway, so I go to my doctor, and I've just, this comes and goes and comes and goes, and it's like, I think I've got a sinus infection. No, you don't. I've got a fever. No, you don't. Nasal pathways are incredibly dry and stuff, and the winds kick up. I frequently get a sinus infection that elevates my temperature, and I think these things, for someone with an autoimmune thing that's gone a little wackadoodle, they hit us a lot harder. Not that we're going to get any slack for it, you know what I mean. The fact of the matter is, too, this bears mentioning, the normal human body temperature, and that normal really needs to be in big old, like, air quotes. It's been falling. 98.6 was just kind of considered a median anyhow, because we've known for a real long time that, that people have among humans from one to the next, and all of them may be perfectly normal people. 98.6, that goes back to the mid-1800s. And Dr. Wunderlich measured the armpit temperatures of 25,000 people, and he came up with that average. I'll bet he liked Limburger. Newer research suggests that the number has since gone down. This is according to WebMD. Oh yes. I used to write for one of these, so I know how far to rely on them. So, since then, the average oral temperature has fallen a little by little, by about a degree to 97.5. I think, I'm not sure I feel that great if I get up to 97.5, really. That usually means I'm heading south. So let's, leaving human evolution aside from an autoimmunity point of view, thyroiditis being mostly a, constant, and that tends to make you run a low body temperature, and There's probably a whole bunch of other thermostatic factors that I don't know, but here I do know this. I go to my primary, I go to the ENT, I go to, the witch doctor, I go to the Wiccan, I go to somebody who's number 3 on Quack Watch that week and whatever, and I tell them I got a fever, and you're like, oh, 99.1, that's not a fever, you're just a complainer. You go to the Mayo Clinic, stop complaining. I didn't go to the Mayo Clinic. It's like, whatever. Don't tell us you've got 99.1 fever, because there's no such thing. 98.6, now we know that you're in like Munchausen syndrome territory. And that's where, I'm probably wrong about this, but it's like where you get an obsession where you just want to have surgery all the time. A funny thing goes along with my deal here is that whenever someone would say to me, like, oh, you look really healthy, your color is really great, I knew I was getting sick. Because, I don't know, for me, I have this kind of ghoulish pallor normally. I start getting flushed, and that just makes me look halfway human. I don't know, but that's always a bad sign. So, what do you do here? I mean, if you're pursuing diagnosis with Sjogren's syndrome, how do you deal with this? Well, I did find an article in the New York Times, and this was the only reference, and I didn't rip up the floorboards looking for this, but at least this person was smart enough to acknowledge that, a person of chronically normally lower than the norm body temperature needs to be paid attention to, because they really do feel like crap and something is relatively wrong, as if it were, let's say, what's 99.9 to me. That's probably yeah, 2 degrees above. So you got to fight for your right to fever, man. And so what this is very clear. I didn't really expect to have an answer to this, but I think that if you go to this link here for the Centers for Disease Control, and I'll put it down there, and tell them, and then tell them the New York Times said so too. Tell them that Sjogrenner is weighing in heavy on this, and I'm going to be there to throw my weight around if they don't say, I believe you. Here, what do you want? Anything I can prescribe without getting caught. That's not what we